All right, so let's dive right into this. And, it's kind of crazy when you see the numbers, right? Like back in 2021 when we thought about work, and most of it was humans doing it a full 71% of tasks.
Yeah.
Machines were only at like 29%. But just 4 years later, the projection flips. We're looking at 58% human and a whopping 42% machine contribution.
Wow.
That shift happening so fast,
Wow.
it really highlights why getting technology in business
Yeah.
isn't, something way off in the future. It's crucial for everyone right now, whatever you're into.
Yeah, and what's so interesting is that this isn't just like factory robots. The technology's kind of everywhere in how businesses work now.
Yeah.
And because of that, it really affects our everyday lives too.
Exactly. So for this deep dive, we've got all sorts of stuff from like general discussions about tech and business to
Ah.
real world examples like
Mm.
how Wilson Parking's doing some cool things and how Uber totally changed an industry.
Uh-huh.
Our goal is pretty simple. We want to give you a clear picture of the good stuff and the challenges technology brings to businesses. So you come away feeling like you get it and you're ready to handle this digital world.
Makes sense. So if we look at the core of it all, technology in business is really about using tools, techniques and systems to solve problems and get stuff done in a company.
Right. Every business wants to improve, do things better, faster, or cheaper.
Yeah.
And technology has been the main way to do that for a long time. But what's really wild is how fast things are changing now.
Right. It's incredible.
Tech innovation isn't just happening. It's like speeding up crazy fast,
Yeah.
affecting everything from work to our everyday routines.
Yeah. So this raises a big question for businesses, right?
Yeah.
Can they afford to just ignore all this change?
Yeah.
Our sources are pretty clear that keeping up with these changes isn't just a good idea for success. It's becoming like necessary to survive.
It's almost like adapt or die. Businesses that don't see these new technologies and use them, they risk becoming obsolete.
Yeah, they just get left behind.
Their stuff seems old. Their ways of doing things are slow, and suddenly they can't compete because things change so much without them realizing it.
Yeah, exactly. What's really interesting to me is this double-sided thing with technology.
Right.
On one hand, there's so much potential for doing things better and growing like never before.
Totally.
Yeah.
When you use the right technology, the right tools for the job,
Mm-hmm.
it can completely change a business. Things just get done quicker and smoother. And it's not just about making old processes better. It's about creating totally new stuff
Yeah.
and making what we already have even better.
And a great example of this is Wilson Parking Australia. They're not just about parking spots.
Right.
They've used technology to make things better for customers and even help the environment.
Exactly. Think about the Wilson card. Remember trying to find that paper ticket
Oh, yeah.
or waiting in line to pay that's gone, that's all automatic connected to your bank account?
Yeah, it's so much easier.
Talk about a seamless experience.
Yeah.
They've gone further than that.
Right. Their partnership with Powerwell for energy management, specifically switching to LED lighting, shows how technology can make things greener and save money.
And the results are impressive. They got an 86% reduction in energy use in some of their parking lots. That's huge.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Plus, their lighting meets Australian standards, and importantly, it's safer for everyone using the car park.
It shows that tech isn't just about cutting costs. It can make things safer and help meet regulations, too.
Absolutely. And then there's cloud technology, which is kind of a game changer.
Yeah, it's not just online storage. It's like this huge, flexible system that lets businesses use computing power and software whenever they need it.
Right.
They can scale up or down without having to buy a bunch of hardware. It's been a big help for startups and lets big companies change quickly with the market.
The cloud might seem a bit abstract, but basically it's keeping data and apps online so you can get to them anywhere with the internet. It's become a huge part of our digital lives.
Yeah.
And businesses are using it everywhere.
Yeah, for sure. Big companies like Microsoft have put cloud tech right into their products, making it super easy to share data and work together.
Right.
This changes how businesses work, especially those with remote teams or lots of locations. It makes work more flexible and efficient.
And let's not forget, the older technologies, high-tech, robotics, and manufacturing have been around for a while.
Right.
But their impact is clear, way more productive, lower costs, and they handle those repetitive, boring jobs.
And what's also important is that information technology tools are getting cheaper and easier to use.
Definitely.
This means businesses of all sizes can use these powerful tools, not just the big guys.
Absolutely. It's levered the playing field. And then there's communication technology.
Right.
Information can be sent instantly to so many customers, creating amazing opportunities for businesses to connect with their audience.
And on a global level, these systems are the backbone of international business.
Yeah.
They let companies manage everything from design to manufacturing to distribution, no matter where in the world it's happening.
Our sources specifically mention the Internet, mobile phones, interactive video, and electronic funds transfer as the big things driving global trade. It's
Yeah.
all connected in ways we couldn't have imagined just a few decades ago.
But as we've said, this fast adoption of tech isn't all sunshine and rainbows. Businesses need to adapt.
Yeah, one big change is needing fewer employees for some jobs.
Right.
Tech is automating tasks, which saves money and makes work faster and more consistent.
This is a big societal shift affecting jobs everywhere.
And the speed of tech change means products don't last as long,
Yeah.
especially tech products themselves. There's constant pressure to innovate and upgrade just to stay in the game.
Which means businesses have to spend a lot of time and money on research and development.
Yeah, it's a constant cycle of innovating and adapting just to keep up.
But it's important to see the other side, too.
Yeah,
While some jobs might change and products don't last as long, new tech also creates completely new markets and opportunities.
that's true. And Uber's the perfect example of that power.
They changed the taxi industry completely.
Founded in 2009, they disrupted the traditional taxi industry. They used mobile tech to create a whole new way of getting around,
Yeah.
bypassing the old rules and offering something totally different.
Forcing the old taxi companies to rethink everything.
Their growth has been insane, operating in hundreds of cities in over 60 countries. It shows the massive impact of using technology to change a business.
And it's interesting how those taxi companies reacted.
Right.
Many made their own ride-hailing apps,
Yeah.
showing how important it is to adapt, like we talked about.
Shows that businesses can't just blindly use tech. They need to think about the good and the bad
Yeah.
when they're planning. And they need to look for those new opportunities that come with new tech.
Absolutely.
So this brings us to the digital economy, which is basically all parts of the economy that use digital tech to do business.
Right. That's a lot when you think about it.
It's not just online shopping or banking. It's everything from apps to tech that's changing farming. It's reshaped markets, changed business models, and how we do things every day, whether you're a customer or future business owner.
Yeah. It's everywhere.
So when you use apps, shop online, or even think about a new job, you're part of this huge digital economy.
And we saw this speed up during the pandemic.
Cool.
The need for contactless delivery pushed things forward, and now we're even seeing drone delivery here in Australia.
Yeah. Several Australian businesses are doing it, showing a big change in how we move things and what customers expect.
And this trend of using more and more tech by businesses and people is only going to get bigger.
Which means more and more internet-connected devices, not just computers and phones, but appliances, cars, even robots. It's a huge and growing network.
Yeah.
And with all this tech, businesses can collect tons of data. But the big question is, what data is actually useful for a business?
Exactly. Just having data isn't the answer. It's being able to understand it and get insights from it. That's the real opportunity. Businesses can understand their customers better, make their operations smoother, and make smarter decisions.
And tech is getting smarter robots.
Yeah.
And computers are doing jobs that are dangerous, repetitive, or just boring for us.
Right. And our sources talk about 3D printing wearable tech and robots being used in lots of industries.
And cars are changing too.
Yeah.
We've gone from basic automation to companies like Uber and Google testing self-driving cars.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And the tech in those cars is incredible augmented reality. Smart glass, tons of sensors, even thermal sensors for better visibility.
It's like science fiction becoming reality.
Speaking of which, there's Wing Alphabet's drone delivery company.
Yeah.
They hit 100,000 deliveries back in 2021, which was a big deal.
It was.
It shows that this tech is becoming more accepted, and it actually works.
And Australia's been a big part of their testing. They've got sites in Canberra and Logan, Queensland.
Right.
It's super convenient. Imagine getting coffee or a roast chicken delivered by drone. They even talk about running out of Vegemite. You order it on the app, and a drone brings it before your toast gets cold. It's fast, contactless, and COVID safe.
But it also raises questions about things like airspace and drone rules.
Yeah, for sure. And the way Wing works is interesting. You order through the app, but then people at local stations pack the orders.
Right.
Then the drones fly autonomously with one pilot watching a bunch of them, and the package is lowered by a winch. Pretty clever.
And lastly, there's Moore's Law, this prediction about how fast tech is progressing.
Right.
Since 1965, it's been pretty accurate, saying that computer chips double in power roughly every 18 months.
It's incredible how fast it's growing.
It means that what's cutting edge today will be normal and way more powerful very soon. It's always pushing the limits of what's possible.
So to sum it all up, Tech considerations aren't just ideas. They're how businesses use all sorts of tools, from simple software to complex robots to solve problems and reach their goals.
Absolutely.
And understanding this is key to navigating the business world, a world that we're all part of.
Which leads to a final thought. What new skills or areas of expertise do you think will be most important in the future job market as automation and data analysis keep advancing?
Yeah, that's a great question to think about.
It's something we all need to consider as tech keeps changing the world of work and everything else.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the fascinating world of technology and business.
It was great to be here.
Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the ever-evolving digital landscape.
See you later.
Bye.